So oil drops and the market partially liked it. The S&P was off this week about 2%, but the Dow was up a little bit, almost up 0.5%. The NASDAQ down 4.6. Again, that's more of the tech wreck occurring. The Russell 2000 up 1%. Right now, the small caps are dominating the market, up 21.3% year to date. MSCI International Index, that's come back pretty strong. It was off this week about 1.5%, but overall, year to date, up 17%. Another big one. The 10-year Treasury pulling back a little bit at 4.38. And oil this week, $72 a barrel, so it's come back down. We saw a sell-off this past week in technology stocks, and that was all over the headlines. The NASDAQ fell 4.5%. It was led by a large 5.5% decline in the Mag 7 mega cap names. Meanwhile, the post-IPO exuberance, remember we were talking about SpaceX a few weeks ago? Well, it appears to be fading. Shares down 25% from the peak. However, away from the negative headlines, there was better news. Oil prices, well, they're falling. And the economic data is still pretty good. As we look at that, the stock market had some good performance this past week. And there is a rotation right now occurring in the leadership of stocks, going away from tech to other areas. The peace deal seems to be holding between us and Iran. And we're seeing recovery in energy flows through the Strait of Hormuz. Tanker traffic's picking up. So in response to that, we've seen the oil price come down to $72 a barrel. And that's down almost $25 from the peak we saw just a few weeks ago. Next week, we've got the 4th of July holiday coming up. So next week's show will be all about financial freedom. And how do you create freedom in retirement? That is one of my favorite holidays. Love that show. So we'll be here live next Saturday, July 4th, talking about that. And so anyway, because of that holiday on Friday, the June employment data will be coming out on Thursday. And so I will be looking at that to see how the employment numbers come in, because that's part of the stability of the market right now, employment. And then next week on Wednesday, we're going to see the ISM manufacturing and the PMI index. Those are two indexes I look at to see what the momentum of the economy is doing. Any good race car driver knows that in order to carry that speed around that corner, you got to use momentum. It's not about just putting your foot on the gas. It doesn't work. So if you want to drive efficiently, if you want to push through tough patches, you need momentum. You need to do it in a quality, thoughtful way. And so those two numbers next week will show us what's going on, which is helpful.